Hi, I'm Nikki, the Obsessive Bookseller. Welcome to my channel, and welcome to today's Book Outlet Book Haul. I'm not sponsored by Book Outlet, but I sure shop there enough to be sponsored by Book Outlet, so call me Book Outlet. So one thing led to another, as they are wont to do. I was trying to curate a book for my Read, Burn, Hoard series, and I had remembered seeing it pretty cheap on Book Outlet, so I went on there to buy one thing and came away with 3 boxes worth of stuff. And I'm so excited. This actually marks the end of my extensive book buying for a while because I'm out of money. Completely blew my budget on everything. That's such retail math, like, oh, I got them on sale, but yeah, you still spent $200 on sale items. So worth it. Anyway, here are the boxes. This is what we're going through today. I'm going to take all of the plastic wrap off first, and then we'll just do an unboxing and see what I got. Hey, I just shown you a shot of these books, but then realized that my addresses were showing, so I opened them up enough to get the addresses out of the way, but this is what we're working with today, so let's go through everything I got. First up, God of Neverland by Gamma Ray Martinez. I'm not huge on retellings, but I think a Peter Pan interpretation is something I haven't read very often. This one's been kind of popping up a lot lately. It's got some really good endorsements on the back. I have no idea if it's a series or not, but it's been on my to-do list long enough that I thought for like $5, yeah, definitely give that one a try. I bought a copy of Smoke Bitten on impulse, so this is one of the Mercy Thompson series, and it was advertised as signed, so that's one of the reasons that I picked it up. I figured if it came in even half good condition, then it might be worth having a signed copy. So yeah, nice one of that. I really like this series. The Alpha and Omega are kind of hit and miss for me, but that main Mercy Thompson series, like, there's only one book in the entire thing I haven't liked, and the most recent one is one of the better ones that she's done, so she's still writing with momentum, and I love the covers. I bought a couple of C.J. Cherryh books in the Foreigner series. Like, I don't know, I didn't like the first one that much, but it had potential, so I need to keep reading. But for some reason, like, I was weak, and I just decided that picking up books like 20, 25 in the series was going to be a good idea, but I got a couple of them. See, here's another one. I love the political appeal. Like, it just seems like, I think the character is a diplomat. And so the idea of like negotiations, like dealing with alien governments, things like that, that sounds really interesting to me. Eventually I will go back and continue the series, and maybe I'll just be unhauling these in a couple of years after I decide it's not for me, but you know, maybe I could enjoy them. I picked up To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. I read this one right before it came out, and it was a bit long-winded. Like, there was a plot point in there that I didn't think needed to be in there. It didn't really add anything to the story, but it was like a 100-page tangent. But for the most part, it was an entertaining read, a couple of unexpected things, and I really liked the aliens. So I have the second book. I thought I might as well add the first one to the collection. The cover is quite lovely. I was excited to find that one on sale. I'm reading Malazan by Steven Erikson, and I do plan to include the Ian Esselmont books. I need to look up like a more ultimate reading order to figure out when to add these in, but yeah, I figured a nice hardcover, since I'm enjoying the series as it is, just add a couple more. These look considerably shorter than the other Malazan books, so that's a win. Oh look, another Foreigner book. I might be regretting buying these, but at least they look nice on the shelf. I found a couple of discounted Dritz books. I'm quite behind in the series to the point where I'm not even sure what's coming out now, but I need to catch up, need to read further along. This is the second book in a series. If I can pick up everything that I'm missing by the time I get there, I'll be happy that I have them. I picked up The Burning White by Brent Weeks. I think it's the final book in the Lightbringer series. People don't like this series in general. I put the first book down after about 100 pages with the intention to go back, but see, it seems like the nice big hardcovers are kind of hard to find, and this was only about $5, so I'm like, hang on to it until you know for sure that you don't want to keep reading it, especially at that price. But like, I was on Pango looking for one of these a while ago, and they just did a really expensive secondhand market, so yeah, got it cheap. I picked up a couple of the more recent Terry Goodkind books, mostly because it has been long enough that I don't think his writing is going to irritate me anymore. Now, don't get me wrong, I really like the initial Sword of Truth series, and then it ended, And then he continued on with Omen Machine, and I put down Omen Machine halfway through because his writing quirks, that repetitive nature where one character explains something, and thoroughly, by the way, and then he has another character asking in like a stupid question just so that he can launch into explaining more things about the thing. Like it was like 12 pages of that, among other problems, mind you, but that's kind of what knocked me off of it, like 10 years ago. So now I think I'm finally ready to perhaps continue on, and if I do, I want to own some copies. I got The Terraformers by Annalee Newitz. Heard a couple of good things about this, but, you know, I love it when science fiction and biology kind of meet up. I love it when there's really cool world building and, like, there's a ecological component to it. So, yeah, I've had my eye on this one even when it was an ARC and not released yet, so definitely pick up a cheap hardcover for that. One box empty. I got The Tao of Drizzt. My favorite part about the Drizzt series has to be his journaling sequences. They usually come at the beginning of each section where he kind of reflects on things that happened to him. It adds so much depth to the character and so much introspection. Like, I just think it's great. I believe this is a compilation of all of those introspective moments in one volume. And I doubt I will go through and read just this, but you never know. But I wanted to get one for the collection just for the sake of. This is kind of not a great copy. It's got like some glue stuff going on here. At least I have one. The Free Bastards by Jonathan French. This is the one I curated for my Read Burn Hoard thing. Like, I went to the store for just this one thing, like a gallon of milk, and I came home with $200 worth of groceries. I do plan on finishing that trilogy at some point, and so I thought I would, you know, buy myself one. I have The Legacy of Steel by Matthew Ward, book 2 in the Legacy trilogy. Now, I had the chance to review the first one. It was like an advanced copy audiobook, and I was really enjoying it, but one thing led to another, and I never ended up finishing it. I think I was on like a time constraint. That's why I quit my gig with Audiophile magazine, because it turned reading into kind of more of a chore than I wanted, even though it was a lot of fun while I was doing it to the most part. But anyway, so I bought the second book in the series and immediately went on the hunt for books 1 and 3 in hardcover, and ended up with these really nice signed editions from the UK that I'm having shipped over, and that's part of the reason why I'm broke. You'll see those in another haul. But now I have an extra copy of the second book, but this one only cost me like $5, so I'll probably just resell it on Pango. I'm cutting myself off, I'm saying. Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik. I liked Uprooted. I thought it was really creatively done. There are some problems with it, but generally I like the writing style. I like the moodiness. I like that a lot of Naomi Novik's characters are a bit unlikable. This is one of the few that I haven't read from her. I've read her entire Temeraire series. I've read her Deadly Education stuff. So I thought, why not add one more to the collection? I don't even own a copy of Uprooted. Recently on Pango, I picked up a copy of Priory and the Orange Tree and was already planning on paying full price for this one just to add it to the collection. And lo and behold, Book Outlet had it for like $7 or $8. So yeah, woohoo! This is a really nice edition. I think these covers are beautiful. I'm a little nervous that I'm not going to enjoy the story, but we'll see. Second box empty. And what's left are just a couple of box sets. Chris Colfer from Glee, probably my favorite character from that show, wrote a middle grade series, Tales of Magic. And, like, whenever celebrities try their hand at writing, I'm like, yeah, because that's not what their main shtick is, right? So it's never really any good. But I'm willing to give this one a try. This was like a $20 set of really nice hardcovers, so I figured even if they're only passably good, at least they're pretty. Oh, and I love it when the middle grade books have illustrations before the beginning of each chapter. Yeah, this is going to be cool. I feel pretty good about this purchase, so we'll see if he knows how to write. And then last but not least, the thing I was most excited to find, the Inheritance trilogy by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This author is responsible for the Naturals series, which, if it's not my favorite YA thing that I've ever read, it's my second favorite. Like, it's really high up there. She has a doctorate in psychology and teaches at Yale. Like, her stuff is so intelligent. I love it. And the Inheritance games is one that I've been trying to start for a really long time, but for whatever reason, just haven't been able to get a copy online, and now I have these physical copies, and they're kind of beat to hell with the box, but I don't care. Like, I was planning on paying full price for this on Amazon, like $35 or so, and found it on Book Outlet for $20. This is awesome. Another box to go. So that's the haul. I've got a lot of really cool stuff here, and I'm just absolutely thrilled at everything I picked up at Book Outlet. There were a couple of things that I probably could have lived without, like that Peter Pan retelling. But for the most part, there were a lot of things on here that I was planning on picking up anyway, but just found at a cheaper price. So let's have a final look. Yeah, this is great. Thanks so much for joining me for this book haul, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Bye.